we win a lot of balls on opponent's half, but then we did the wrong things. We were really bad in transition, missing the pass. We get runs behind, but then one step too late, we passed the ball behind. And so we missed a lot of opportunities in the first half. And then the last part, I think the last 7-8 minutes, we were also sloppy on the ball. We get some corners against. So the half-time we said, keep the pressing, but be more direct, pass the ball behind their defense. And then we came back, we kept down, and then we fight back. And so I'm really proud of the team that they could do that after Sunday's defeat. After 2 times we were down, so we are happy tonight.
So the message at half-time was play that ball in behind quicker.
Yes, they play with a high line and then pass the ball behind. And I think we were quite successful with that in the second half.
I think to move the ball, I mean, in the first half it was a slower game, lots of touches and stuff. In the second half, because you moved it quicker, Villa just couldn't get into those defensive positions quick enough. It was getting slid down the side, in between centre-half and full-back. And I think that's where you had your joy. And with the runs of Marcus and Martial, you're always going to get chances, aren't you?
They have the capabilities to do that, but also Bruno, Garnacho. From the second wave, second line with Scott with his runs, they have the capabilities to get behind, and they did it well. Yeah, that was on purpose. Yeah, who can give that ball? That was the problem in the first half. I think I said the problem in the first half was that we had too many touches. And we missed the moment to pass the ball behind, and that's why we bring Christian Eriksen on the pitch. Yeah, I'm really happy with that resilience, and that's what we need, and that we have to show every game. That's why I was so disappointed. I was really mad on Sunday with the performance from us because we didn't fight. We didn't cooperate. We were sloppy. Especially in the defensive discipline, and that cannot be. A United player always has to show 100% discipline in the defending work. And so what we have to do better, we have to play football in a higher intensity, because that the top teams can do. And I think we make a step in the right direction. But also on the ball, as you said, first half, we can better in control. Find the moments where you can get more composure on the ball, to drag an opponent out, and then find the moments where we can speed up. And so I think we are in the right direction, but still a long way to go.
Analyse how your first few months has gone?
I think that is what we continue to do. Analyse, reflect on our performances. But of course, now you have a little bit more time, and we can go a little bit more deeper in the stuff, and we will do. And we will see where we can improve. We will have a good reflection. Where we can improve, definitely.
Seen Manchester United progress to the 4th round of the Carabao Cup. Goalless at half-time. I guess no one expected we'd get a 6-goal thriller by the end of it.
No, not at all. First half really wasn't good enough, but then second half it changed an awful lot. Got to say as well, Villa took the lead twice, so you then looked at Manchester United, you thought, well, they're going to struggle to win this game, but it turned around for them. Got to say, the Garnacho, I like that when you bring a young player on the left-hand side. You know, you want the enthusiasm, you want the rawness of a young player running at players. And I'll tell you what, he did really well for himself, and United got into gear and got the job done.
Yeah, got the job done. I mean, it got into gear. Both teams got into gear very early on in that second half. I mean, it just blitzed to life, didn't it?
Yes, you need that sometimes just to light up the game. It was a great one for Watkins. I thought it was a handball, from Kamara, even though, of course, he didn't do it on purpose, but the run, it's great. The first control, of course, get it in the mood, get it in the run, and the finishing, left-footed is exquisite as well, just above the goalkeeper. But look at Maguire. He should have analyzed maybe a little better situation. The dangerous man is on the outside, but that's the handball.
Handball for you?
That's a handball for me. Yeah.
No VAR. Of course, in the Carabao Cup.
The only thing with that, right, is so Martial and Fred comes near him, yeah, and they get caught up, and all of a sudden it goes off his foot and handball. Fred's going to the World Cup, international player. He stands and argues. You react straight away. Look, react. Doesn't straight away once you don't react. The way they move it quickly, wonderful first touch, and it's in the back of the net. He made the mistake, and then all of a sudden he's looking at the referee to try and get out. You get a lot of these players that get caught out, they either throw themselves to the floor or they appeal to the referee. You don't do that. If you made a mistake, you get on with the game until the whistle goes. He made the mistake. He's come near Martial. He's come too close to him. They've got caught up, and it's come off him. So he gets rewarded by getting a foul for it. I don't think so, mate.
To answer
really
the question,
don't.
was that a handball though?
It was handball.
It was
No. Well, it touched his hand, so we've got to say handball now.
Yeah.
Well,
It's touched. This is the way
not
we do it.
necessarily.
Yeah, but this is the way we're doing it. It's touched his hand. Well, all right, handball. Every time the ball hits a
in
hand.
that way, Nick, you cannot control the
No, but
in the middle of the park, even if you didn't do it on purpose.
He's
that's
made the
handball.
mistake
Huh?
by coming too close to Martial.
Yeah.
Fred, he's made the mistake, right? By coming where they watch him. If you can go back a little bit more.
No, but
it's
we're talking about the handball.
we're
it's-
talking about the handball
I
here.
know that, but that's Fred making a mistake. So all of a sudden the ball's come off his leg and he's hit the hand. So he's hoping straight away to try and get away with it from making a mistake because the ball touches his hand from his mistake.
Yes.
So he's gone, come on, referee. He's made the mistake. So you don't get rewarded for making a mistake.
So handball.
I wouldn't have given it, no.
No.
No, I wouldn't have given it.
Oh,
No.
you wouldn't
Only
have given it?
No,
Oh, okay.
only because he's made a mistake. Yeah, look at it. Look at when he gets close to Martial. Keep your eye on that situation, right? And then all of a sudden the mistake after that.
Well, Man United weren't behind for long.
Well, this was awful defending, by the way, from Villa, wasn't it? It was
Well,
just a
yeah.
straightforward pass. And they were back into the game. There's nothing to it, just a ball down the line. And all
But
of a
it's
sudden-
just, in that case, when you have a high line like that,
Look at
there's
how
no
I-
pressure on the ball. You have to have that 2 yards and you drop, And it was a little bit naive, but the run as well is not the quickest. But the timing of the rush of Fernandes was tremendous, and it gets stuck a little bit. The final pass in his foot, but he managed just to get a clear ball for Martial. So it was a great ball through. Yeah.
And Bruno Fernandes, you could argue, was actually quite lucky because the ball actually came off his ankle across the goal. Villa back in front. I mean, when you saw this one, again, defensively, it wasn't easy on the eye, really, was it? Particularly for Diogo Dalot, who was going to be here for the World Cup for Portugal. Was there any need for him?
But first of all, excuse me, Aaron, you cannot, drive the ball 50 yards, look, and arrive not even on the last side, into the box. Look, and of course, you're going to have a great ball and you're going to be in danger. So they should have stopped that way earlier. I think Mike Tomino or whatever, should have covered much earlier. The pressing should have been more aggressive. So, of course, the professional footballer. You will have that kind of ball, yeah?
So are you expecting a shout from your goalkeeper there, then?
On the goalkeeper.
If you are Darlow in that position there, are you expecting a shout from your goalkeeper when that ball has been whipped in and headed across goal?
What do you mean? You think the goalkeeper should have intervened?
Maybe.
No. It's way into the. We need to see that back, but
here it is.
I don't think he could. Dalot was a little bit sloppy. He's got time. He can see the ball coming. He's a bit slow. Look.
He's flat-footed.
Yeah.
You've got to anticipate. You've got to be thinking, well, hang on. This is Didier's totally right here. How's he got the space what he's got? And he puts a delightful ball in what asks a question. But that's when you come alive, and he's flat-footed and he can't move his body. He should have cleared that, just kicked it away anywhere. But he's not expecting it.
You say flat-footed. I mean, is it really a case of actually not concentrating enough?
Exactly, not concentrated.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
There's that kind of game.
Yeah. That kind of game, maybe because he's a young player, Dalot. He will go to the World Cup with a...
Yes, with Portugal.
But you sense the danger. You know he's already in the box. He's going to whip it in the second. The only way he just want to get the ball back, past De Gea. You have to be ready. And he's a technical player as well for right back. So if you focus just a little bit, he could have cleared it really easily, yeah?
2-2 then. Rashford getting amongst the goals. I mean, he was close earlier on where he hit the post. But any sympathy for Mings here? I mean, he slipped at the wrong time.
Yeah, he could have reacted. He could have made it a lot more difficult for him. But having said that, this boy should be full of confidence because he's in the squad coming to the World Cup. And I thought it's great that he stays on his feet and he manages to put it away. But look at Mings there. As soon as the ball drops down, anything around your box, your defenders, you want more of a reaction. But having said that, well done by Rashford, staying on his feet and manages to put it away. But they could have done better, could have defended better. You know, the manager would have learnt a lot from Villa from the game at the weekend. Great result, and all of a sudden he's just started to find out a little bit about his team. Mings came on, didn't do very well. You know, his experience, I don't know if he's a little bit down because he's not made the squad really, but he was down, and a few of the players just seemed to lose it a little bit. He seemed to throw the towel in for me.
Yeah, and then you notice with Mings, and particularly with Callum Chambers, I mean, there was this level of disconnect between the two centre-backs. I mean, defensively, they weren't comfortable tonight, were they? Really at all. I mean, Olsen, what's he doing? First off, that's part one, really. And then, of course, Mings with that wicked deflection.
Yeah, I saw that Olsen had a really clear option on his left, you know, really easy, there's no pressure. Instead of that, you know, just put it in the middle of the park. So the pressing was much better for Man United. Was high up on the pitch, you know, with Fernandes going in the middle and Eriksen as well. You know, every time that boy is on the pitch, it's like the light is coming for United. Look his run, you know, of Rashford on the third goal. So. Yeah, that's a clear mistake. It can happen, but once you want to play out from the back, you know, you have to be more aware. Of course, it's not easy for goalkeeper as well. It's once you don't have the first touch, sometimes you can be in trouble, and that's your coach, you know, who asks you to do that. So it's not easy for them, you know.
Good finisher for though, wasn't it, for Man United? Scott McTominay.
Yeah, no, great, fantastic by the way, and what a ball as well from Martia. He makes this finish look very easy. Cuts inside, look at this for a ball. Fantastic delivery. He's got to have his eye on the ball. Probably wasn't worried about the keeper coming out, but he manages to guide it past him.
You know, Nick, it's very important. You see the third and the fourth goal? Who's doing the run? It's Eriksen and McTominay. So sometimes you need those midfielder advance or holding sometimes just to break the line.
It's almost
by their runs. Yeah.
It's almost as if Eriksen's introduction basically gave Manchester United a lift, something that you predicted at half time.
Yes, because you need a bit more technicality in the middle of the park for United. So by having Fernandes in the midfield, in the middle of the park, and then Eriksen, then you have a better connection straight away, and you can feed Rashford, you can feed the other. Yeah, all of a sudden the team is more confident. You can rotate. Midfielder who can rotate in the modern game are really, really important now. You know, there's so much organized the team. There's so much prepared physically. It's like having a numerical superiority all of a sudden. You know, when they get past their opponent. So it's really important. So Eriksen was again important.
In the two games that we've seen Unai Emery and Aston Villa, have we noticed a difference, a change from that of under Steven Gerrard?